Gururana mandalakam niyatayami. Chudang soki chognam la. Jamju bardu dagni gyapsuchi. Dagi chunyen gibe sunam ki. Jola benchir sangye druparsho. Chudang soki chonam la. Jamju bardu dagni gyapsuchi. Dagi chunyen gibe sunam ki. Jola benchir sangye druparsho. Chudang soki chonam la. Janchu bardu dagni gyapsuchi. Dagi chunyen gibe sunam ki. Jola benchir sangye druparsho.
Mr. Tim, important documents are missing in this bathroom. Documents.
And a critical scroll was missing.
TP.
I'm just saying, maybe somebody used more. I don't know. Okay, here we go.
It's okay.
Okay. So here's the homework questions.
Homework questions.
And it's a big question, and then you can divide it into 5 questions. So I just write a big one. Okay. Next question. There are 5 definite problems, which means specifying.
Where no specifying. Where no, not so.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Where no specifying should be done, which will block the vows of fully ordained monks to grow. Please describe at least 3 of the specifying.
Good.
Vows you will do and vows you will not do.
Yeah.
That's the first one.
Okay.
No, that's the second one. That's the second one. I will keep this vow, but I won't keep this vow.
That's the second one.
And if you think that during the ordination ceremony, the vow doesn't grow.
Yeah, that's the second.
That's the second one.
I will not kill this people.
The first one?
I will not
She's
kill
got
this
it.
people. I will kill.
Yeah.
Beings to which you.
I will keep the vow of killing, but only for certain. I will keep the vow of not killing, but only for certain people.
Yes, you're right.
That's the second one.
The
Only in
third
certain
problem?
places?
This place I don't kill.
Yeah, the place. It's not, yes, place.
Right, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah. New Jersey or New York.
The fourth one?
Several years I will keep
What's it mean? What's it mean?
Yeah, what does it mean?
Only for the next year.
Yeah, I will keep this lifetime vow for 3. There's a custom in Thailand to keep the vows for 3 months. And it got Rinpoche used to get very upset about it. He said, "Oh, that's the number 4."
Okay, about the fifth one.
As long as I have
When
enough
I'm
food,
in
I
a good
keep.
mood, I'll keep my word.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah, right.
What's it say?
When I'm in a good mood.
Family.
No.
No, it
Like,
was,
it's
yeah,
the
if I'm in a
time,
good mood to do good deeds.
Oh, right. Yeah. If it's a holy day and I feel religious, I will keep the vows. But if it's a day off from mixed nuts, I'll do what I want to do.
Okay.
Yeah, if these come to your mind during the vow ceremony, the vow doesn't fall. And then you don't get
The
Namba Rikche Mayimbe Suk, Abhidharma. You don't get the invisible aura. Okay? And then there's only 10 kinds of form and not 11.
Right.
Okay? Okay.
But it's missing this.
That's his text, Abhidharma Kosha.
Yeah. The fifth one is missing a part.
Yeah, so the first part is if there's a famine or political
It's not time.
strife or so on like that, then.
It's not specified the time.
Situation.
situation.
Yeah, situation.
Well, it says
And
time.
then
It says six. It says
Are we talking 4 or 5?
5.
5, the text says DUS, time.
Time.
But it means situation. Yeah.
okay, but
Yeah.
it's also regarding like a cultural revolution or something like that.
Yeah, if times are bad in my country.
Yes.
Yeah. Was that number 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Yul Chuk. Yul Chuk.
So
We had Chuk yesterday
True.
in Seiji's text. Chuk. And here we had Chuk. Truk means in the country there's civil disturbances,
But don't shake up.
and then truk means don't shake up.
Don't disturb the mind of your neighbor.
Yeah,
Don't shake up.
And it's jumble.
Or jumble the teeth.
yeah, okay. Oh yeah, they were.
So that's not a
Jumbling.
disturbance.
No, it was Asanga and
Oh yeah,
Nagarjuna were getting truked in your text,
yeah.
which was what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gyaltsabje accused other people of committing the karma of rejecting Buddhism.
Right. Well, thinking that certain things apply where we're thinking the 16 emptiness would apply. Where
Yeah, good.
Real
Yeah.
understanding of emptiness doesn't, or
Yeah.
the other way around.
Okay, cool. That was so we had 2 truks recently. I'm just saying. Okay. Truk means civil disturbance in your country. And
mixed.
truk means that in your case it was somebody mixed up the 2 schools. Yeah.
As opposed to
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. They put it in a Vitamix. Okay.
Okay, 3 words.
Sexy Tibetan word.
Data.
Andar.
Right now.
Yeah, right now, nowadays.
Yeah, but what's it mean as an adjective for choga?
Currently,
In this ritual,
Yeah. As opposed to ngunchok. In Vinaya. Ngunchok and tataki chok.
oh,
is that beforehand, before the ceremony,
The
or
old
during
way
the
to
ceremony?
take.
Yeah, the old way to take the vows and the new way to take the vows. The old ceremony and the new ceremony. You should wait until I offer money, Hassel.
Yeah, right.
What's the old way? Yeah, Buddha says, come here, and your hair falls off. That's what happened to me. Yeah, I took the old ceremony. And then we are studying the new ceremony because he said about the old ceremony, he said,
We're not going to discuss
I'm not
that.
going into it. It'd make my book too long. Okay. All right. So here we go. We're inside the new ceremony for full monk's vows. By the way, there's how many nuns' vows? Full nuns' vows? 364. And she's the first person to clarify them in about 1,000 years. Yeah. So we just finished that. It took us about 2 years, and we defined all the vows, and we clarified many questions, and because it's been lost for 1,000 years in Tibet. Yeah. Okay. And she now if someone wanted to take them. I'm just saying, if someone wanted to take them, they would be available. Okay, here we go. Just kidding. I'm not.
Second one,
Choke. I would just say chokha. Yeah, I would take the S off. This is.
Ceremony, ritual,
What's the short form?
choke.
Choke. And why is the short form confusing?
That also means to be allowed to.
Nice, perfect. You should wait till I offer some money. Huh?
ritual.
Yeah, the full word for ritual is choga, and it can refer to any kind of ritual, like a tantric ritual is called a choga. But the nickname for choga is chok, and that's a strange word because it also means to allow somebody. Chogadue means can I leave now, and so it's confusing. Chok is confusing. By the way, it's only shortened to chok in two syllable words, like chang chok is the ceremony for the dead. Chang means to purify the bad deeds of the dead. So we don't say chang choka. We say chang chok. Yeah, chang chok. Yeah. Okay. It's a different word. This is a different. It's called vida. Vida?
Yeah.
Ceremony.
Vidi, right?
Vidi ceremony. Yeah. Sadhana is a separate word. Okay. What's a drupcha in Vinaya? In Vinaya. Who said candidate?
Yay.
It's a very confusing word because it means the one that's gonna be done to. Okay, so normally drupcha means goal or attainment, but in Vinaya it means the candidate for becoming a full monk or nun, the one who's gonna be druped, the one who's gonna be made into a full monk or nun. Okay, so drup means made into.
but his logic is just without the feet.
Exactly. Yeah, that which is to be proven. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
No, you were correct.
You were good.
I was just making a different
Yes.
question.
Yeah, if you spell it differently, it has a different meaning in logic. Okay.
Your logic.
So it has a different meaning in Tantra, it has a different meaning in logic, it has a different meaning in Vinaya. In Vinaya, it means the candidate. Okay. Here we go. Okay, now Alison's text is a good example of why we're doing 10 different schools, because the vocabulary is totally different. The words are completely different, okay? And hers is the oldest language of the commentarial text, yeah.
You gotta take the phone off.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so please go ahead. Good. Campbell, who's got the plane? Nick? Cool. We're talking about Tunkens now because we finished this Gelken. Okay, what was a Gelken?
Things that block.
Yeah, those 5 attitudes. While you take the vow, I will keep some of them. I won't keep other ones. I'll keep it for a year, and then I'll become a lamer, and like that. Okay, so those were called Gelkens. They work against the vows, and now we got Tunkens. Yeah, conditions that support the vows. Sangwa means complete. So all the good conditions have to be present. One is a Kembo. Yeah, so Kembo in modern Tibetan means the abbot of a monastery, and in the old days, in Vinaya, it means the person who gives you your vow giver, okay. Vow master. Okay, and he studied Kempos recently. He studied Kengyu.
Oh, the lineage masters from the old days.
Yeah.
18 Abhidharma schools.
Yeah, each of the 4 major groups of the 18 Abhidharma schools had different Kengyu.
Yeah.
What's the biggest school, most popular school?
Sarvastivada.
Mula Sarvastivada. And who was there? Kembo.
Rahula.
Yeah, Rahula, the son of the Buddha. How do you say Rahula in Tibetan for $10?
Was it Da?
Ja? That's a $3 answer. Drachen Zin. Drachen Zin. Why for $50?
Because
Rahula is the dark planet.
right.
And when there's an eclipse, it eats the sun. So it's called Drachen Zin. It eats the sun. Okay, so the Buddha's son's name was Rahula. But it's the dark planet that goes in front of the sun or in front of the moon during an eclipse. Yeah. So it's called the eater of the moon or the eater of the sun. Drachen Zin. It grabs the sun and it's the enemy that grabs the sun.
Well, Rahula is also demon in Indian mythology that ate the sun.
Yeah, eat the sun. Okay, cool. The word literally means grabs the sun. Okay. Very good. Sun eater. Very good, very big meal. Tunken Sawala. Okay, so you need a vow. These are the guys you need in the ceremony. Who's the caste that you need to have a vow ceremony in the Tataki Chok? Tachok. Nowadays, in the current system. Okay. And you need a Leki Lopan. This means a master of ceremonies. He kind of runs the thing. The abbot doesn't move. The Leki Lupan's moving around, helping doing different stuff. He's like making sure everything's happening, okay? Then you need a Sangten Lopan. Is shown in secret.
Does that mean he's the guy who checks the...
He checks your sex.
Yeah.
And that's in another room.
Yeah.
Okay, he has to go say, okay, it's a boy. It's like ultrasound, right, Nick? Okay. He just had an ultrasound of his daughter. The ultrasound was the Sankten Lopen, okay? These are the Lopen means master. Right? These are the people you need in the ceremony, and they must be tseni dandemba.
By definition.
No, not definition.
They must be monks as well.
They must have all the required characteristics, and there's a long list. Okay, each one of them has a list of qualifications. So here it means qualifications. Okay, good. You need these guys, and then you need. Go ahead. Ka Kong. Good. Chic. Yep. Okay. Chic means bed bug. You don't want chics when you. This is chic. Yeah, good. High tone. Yeah. Okay. $300. Kakong.
Worthy candidate?
Nope. I think I'm safe. Words like dig, 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 dig. Okay, cancel the bet.
Something.
What did Adam say?
Addendum.
Damn, $300. Where'd that come from? What synapse? Bzz, bzz.
I tried to memorize the ACIP subject categories.
You're like crazy.
One of them.
That's like knowing my 5th grade teacher. I bet $3,000 one day they couldn't name my 5th grade teacher, and he did. It cost me $3,000. Okay, anyway, kakong does mean an addendum. Okay, kakong means a fill up. Kong means to fill up a gap or something like that.
Yeah.
Gap filler, kakong. Stuff it in the mouth. Okay, and it means an addendum. Okay, but in a Vinaya ceremony, it means the extra guys you need to have a quorum. Okay, the addendum guys. So you need, I think, 5 to make a full monk. So far, I think we had 3. We had the vow giver, we had the master ceremonies, we had the secret checker, and then you're going to have to add some other guys, and they better be worthy to be fill-inners to get to 5, a quorum. You can't make a new monk without 5. You can't make a new nun without 12 or 21.
I was just going to ask. It depends on the school.
It depends on what school, yeah.
This is just about monks we're talking about.
Yeah, don't forget we're in the middle of the full monk's vows. Come on, we gave you 2 years.
No, some of them apply to nuns, which is why we.
Yeah. He doesn't seem interested in covering it because they didn't have it. Okay, they didn't have it, and we're restoring it. Okay, Kokondo Gelong Yang. Those guys must also be Tseni Dandemba. Yeah, they must be qualified. Okay, and they gotta be Chang Sangba, and that's the same song as we had up here.
Complete the right number.
Yeah, it's got to make a quorum. It has to be enough number of people. Okay, why do you think it was 5? Let's say we're going to take a new translator into this group.
Oh, yeah, to make sure they're qualified?
Well, it means there's enough people in the room who support this person that they will be comfortable. Okay, if it's just one person's weird friend and they cause trouble, but if it's 5 people say, I agree this guy can become a mixed nut, then there's 5 people to blame. You see, it's more stable. Okay, so it was a tradition that you had at least, and you're talking monasteries that had 12 people or 20 people. So 5 guys is a big block. It's a big voting block. Okay.
Would it be tempting to find? I mean, if we don't do it right, like it's never going to happen. If there's a text that clarifies that, to have that in an appendix, the difference between the monks and nuns.
Oh yeah, we can do that. Yeah, I did do it for when we created Gyaltse. We've done it. We've done the work. Yeah, I think it's 12. But there is a school that takes 21 or something. But we can do that. For you want to do that? It's up to you. Makes your text slower. We could add the ceremony for full nun because it's not in this book. Okay, let's talk about it. I think it's a good idea because nuns are more steady than monks are. Okay. Changsamba. And now here's the final qualification. I think of all 5 guys. Okay. Here's the final qualification. Mitumba nidan tawa. Guess.
You gotta not have.
Good.
The
The two.
non.
Lack of harmony. Yeah, they must not have the, and shikga means you need this condition also. There must not be, those monks cannot have the 2 bad attitudes. Okay, and I went and got you the 2 bad attitudes. But he treats it in the root text later. So I'm not going to cover it, okay? But it relates to disharmony within the group. Okay, the monks who get to participate in the ordination ceremony should be happy. There should be harmony in the group. They shouldn't be people who are kind of trying to break up the monks and stuff like that. Okay, each of the 5 must not have 2 attitudes. I believe one is they just actually got asked to leave the monastery, and the other is they can stay in the monastery, but they're not very happy with everybody. They're kind of splitting people up. So the 5 monks you choose to make a new monk should not be like that. Okay, they should not have those 2 qualities. Okay, and here's a lot of commentary in the bold about the 2 kinds of unharmony. And then after I did all that work, I realized he said it later. So let's let him say it his own way. Okay, all right. Okay, okay, go ahead. Dupcha. Shape. Minden. Prenasal. Yeah. Goso. Yeah, for song ceremony, when we find a mistake in the carving, we mark it, and their graduate students in 100 years are going to fix the database. So we just mark it, because we don't have time to fix the database. Okay. Dupcha Yang. Yeah, the candidate as well should not demba these parche. Yeah, shouldn't have these obstacles, which I've explained here. For example, those 5. Okay, and he should be a Yongsa Dapa person. Yeah, very nice, pure person. Okay, should be a pure person. Now we're going to talk about the Drupcha Kunlong. Yeah, when the Drupcha takes the vows, what kind of motivation should they have? Here we go. And I hope you make this one long. Te. Okay. Yeah. Korwala. Kyun. Ngenjung. Tempo. Shik. Yeah. Kel Chewa. Can somebody run me a statistic on Kintu? I think it's NDU. Okay? Can you run me a statistic on that? So they'll check like 1 million pages and see what's the probability that it's misspelled. Okay? I want DU.
I'm sorry, for SK.
For TU, yeah.
0 times in the Great Dictionary and 22 times for DU in the Great Dictionary.
Yeah, so we just did a test. The odds are 22 to 0 that I'm right. I'll take it. Okay, so.
It's always DU.
Yeah.
DU every time.
And that's the nice thing about having a database. You can check the statistics and you can say, yeah, it is misspelled, okay? Or it's miscarved, okay?
Yeah,
There's a little bit of danger of what's happening with news nowadays.
Oh, right.
They pipe news to you that they know you will like. So sometimes the statistics are wrong. And that's what happened when Panini came in and wiped out all the ancient grammar of Sanskrit. He brought in a new system, and it became the standard, and all these sweet differences got wiped out. So be careful when you use statistics, because they can be wrong also. Okay. Sometimes it's just a weird outlying person, right? Yeah. Okay. Now, Te means Drup Che. By the candidate. Okay.
When they take the vow,
As far as their kunlong,
their motivation,
there's sampa of their kunlong.
What they're thinking about it.
Yeah, what their motivation in their mind as they take the vow, they should tong
they should see
that Korawa is a kyun.
That's some sort of
Yeah, that there's problems with samsara, and they should have ngenju.
freedom.
Two sampas here, right? Okay, kunlogi sampa and ngenjogi sampa.
Yeah.
Okay, they should have an attitude of renunciation, where they want to.
Get free from
free.
Where did this word come up recently?
Get
Yeah, my lama, one of my lamas came here a week ago, and his name is, they call Tardol, but that's a misspelling for Tarndu. Here's Tarndu. Here's his real name, which means wants to get free. Okay, Ngenjogi Sampa. That Sampa has to be tembo.
Has to be firm.
Yeah, this without the E, with the A means firm. Okay, and that's Kelchembo,
That's
Kelchewa.
that can't be.
Oh,
That's a very big contradiction.
big karma, good karma.
In modern colloquial,
Oh,
Kechembo.
that's very important.
Yeah, very important. Kechembo. It got slurred in modern spoken Tibetan. Kechembo. Okay, it's very important. They should have the right attitude, right?
Why is it Zhou?
Very important. Super important. Okay. So now they're talking. By the way, this is the Vinaya motivation. What would be the Bodhisattva vow motivation? Yeah. Different kunlong to take Bodhisattva vows, and then tantric vows. I gotta do it in one lifetime. Okay, so there's 3 classic kunlongs for the 3 sets of vows. Okay. Yo, Jay. Just kidding. Yo, Jay. Huh?
What is very important? Is it the
Oh, very important that they have.
motivation?
Well, he says the motivation expressed in the thought. You see something like that, Ian? Okay, go ahead. Yo, Jay.
Yo che kyang go tang.
Wait. Who's got the plane? Stanley? Correct your lady.
Yo che kyang go tang. No pe. Oh no che. No che. So rung we. Rung wa. Ze tang. Then pa. Ge dung ki. Nang wa. Chim pa. Kyang po. Kien po.
Ken, sorry, Ken.
Tempo, Ingi, Le, Chinki La, Le, Lang, Wa, Go, Shi.
Yeah, okay. Yoche means the stuff. Okay, yoche means the stuff like the robes, the bowl, the strainer,
Yes.
the staff. Okay, the stuff that the monk is gonna get handed. Okay, yoche means the stuff, which includes the robes, and the noche means like the water pot. Okay, etc. All these accoutrements of a good monk. Okay. They should be runwa. For example, dingwa. What's dingwa? The seat cover, and you're not allowed to make it out of silk, for example,
Leather, right?
or animal parts, right?
Out in the country.
So runwa means appropriate, and silk would be inappropriate. Yeah, animal hides would be inappropriate. Sedan demba can mean the proper size. Okay, not too big, not too small. Okay. Which is important in the Vinaya. Okay, certain, like your cushion can't be too big. Okay, Sedan Demba. And they must be, the Gendung must have Jimba their Nangwa.
Last time they should have.
This is not Chingilap, which comes next. This is given their permission. Okay, Nangwa can mean permission. Okay, so the monks must have given their permission. I don't know if he's talking about permission. I believe it means the monks have approved the articles. Okay, this is a good seat, these are good robes, okay. Nawajin. So first of all, the Gendun means the community who's sitting in the room now, those 5 guys minimum, they have to give their permission that these articles be given, okay? And then the Kembo has to jingilap them. Yeah, the Abbot puts his hands on the robes, for example. He puts his hand under, you put your hand on top like that. He puts the robes there, then he puts your hand, and then he puts his hand. It's a stack. And then he gives the blessing, and then everything is blessed, okay? So the stuff that they give you must be blessed, okay?
And what's the second nangwa?
It's the honorific verb of having given his permission in the form of a blessing.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay, nice question also.
Honorific for che, right?
Yeah, honorific for to do. What's the other high honorific?
Say?
Yeah, ze, like in the 12 deeds of the Buddha, which is zepa chunyi. Okay, so there's 3 levels of super high. Yeah, holy deeds. Okay, now as far as the choga, please go.
Choga yang so shin
So she.
le zeni tang ben pa chepa la denne da chok
Ta. It's not the. It's not the. Okay, ta chok.
Nieme pun soki
Ge.
yen zoki donpa topa gyua ino.
Okay, good. Now, as far as the ritual, what kind of ritual do we need? Okay, he says, "Sulshi le." So le is gyadan chik. There are 101 monastic rituals. Okay, and one of them is called sushi le. So this le means ritual, or yeah. This is called the ritual of the 4 requests. And the candidate has to ask 4 times for vows, okay? So there are 4 requests inside of the ordination ceremony. So the whole ceremony is called the ritual of the 4 requests, okay? That should be, and that ritual should have all the required characteristics, okay? Demba chepa la tene. If you use a ritual like that, okay, chepa, past tense optative. Okay, if you were to use ten, a ritual like that, then you would have done a tachok, tatar kichoga. Yeah, and then you would have done a modern ceremony, and it would be nyepa mepa, flawless, and it would be punso. Perfect. Atisha. Perfect. Okay, that would be a perfect ritual, and through that way, he's invented this word, okay, which I take to be gone. Then the candidate has topa, the domba,
they've taken the vows
of nyenzok, full ordination, nyemba zoka. Nyemba zopa means full ordination. It literally means to get close. Okay, so they have taken it. So he's done with explaining the guts of the ritual. He's got the candidate's qualifications. He's got what the candidate cannot be thinking. He's got what the candidate should be thinking. He's got all the people who are supposed to be there. He's got the ritual nailed down. He's got the articles that the candidate is given. And now he's going to go through some of those qualifications of the people in the ceremony. Yeah.
What does it mean to get close? Because also, doesn't the 3-year retreat mean to like get close?
Yeah. Nyen Chen,
Yeah, very close.
the great Nyen. Yeah, that means get close to your chosen angel.
And this one?
This one just means I don't know why it's here. It means full ordination. Why it means Nyen, I don't know. Getting close to the Buddha, I don't know. What's a gay Nyen?
Novice.
No.
No.
Genyan is a lifetime layman.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, Getsu is.
Yeah, Getsu's a novice. Okay. Okay.
Seiju's texts say that all Buddhism is Tantra.
Hey, I'm not going there. Probably anyone who says that is Tantra. Okay. Please read.
Tela Kampo.
What?
Kempo.
Kempo.
Tela Kempo. Zan Ni Tang Den Pani.
Yeah, what are the qualifications of the vow giver? Okay, what are the qualifications of the vow giver? Okay, and here's the list. Number one, qualification number one. Go ahead.
Oh, Niệm thọ dốc nè đông khuyên hòa mà
Parma,
pa mà chép hà lốc chu thông pa.
Lumba, Lochu Lumba. Nyamba Dzogne, after they took full ordination, Lochu Lun. 10 years have gone by. Lumba means gone by.
Without interruption.
And there was no interruption to the flow of their dombas, vows. Meaning, to be the person who gives the vows, you have to have kept your vows pure for 10 years. Okay, you can't give vows unless your vows have been pretty clean for 10 years. Okay, not perfectly. Okay. Now that gets dicey. Okay. That's dicey. But in the monastery, in the practical terms, and just observing, I see they do pick the monk who seems to be the best monk to give the vows. Yeah, they like. It seems to be the same person floats up to the top, who's like totally never heard any kind of rumor about him, or And it doesn't mean he's perfect. We don't know, but.
And traditionally, when this was probably composed, then there would have been the Pratimoksha ceremony that would purify the Sangha, that would just because she was speaking in the vows and not. So they're taking that into account as well.
I didn't catch it. Say again.
So when this was probably being composed, is
Mhm.
taking into account at the Pratimoksha ceremony when
Mhm.
the monastic community come together and they.
Mhm. Sojong. Yeah. Yeah, their vows could have been cleaned. Yeah. But the idea here is they never were broken in the first place.
The one that doesn't break themselves.
Yeah, and that's hard to find. Okay. Who never made a big boo-boo. Okay. Okay. Second. Truk Dang Demba. Yeah, they must have the sets of 5. Okay, so Truk, what's Truk mean? Yeah, little baby. So Kituk is a puppy. Shimituk is a kitten. A Getuk is a disciple. Virtue kid. So Truk means a little version of the main one. Okay. But, and by the way, this is not the KHR, which means messed up, right? But it can mean a set of a certain number. Truk can mean a set of a certain number. So Nga Truk means a set of 5. Okay. They must have the set of 5, but unfortunately, this is plural. And there's 21 sets of 5. Okay, and I once worked on it recently. I forget with who, for what. I did it in some talk I gave. So I went and got them for you. This is from Choni Lama. Okay, this is from the ocean of the Vinaya, which is not this little book. And there's the 5. There's the 21 sets of 5. Okay, I propose to stop after the first set. Okay, and say ... Because it would take you about 6 months to do all 21. Okay, let's get a taste of it and put it in your footnote. And if you want a full appendix, kun kakong, that's up to you. Okay, but I suggest just today, just so we can get on, we'll do the first set of 5, which is considered the main one. Okay, so here we go. And by the way, these are kind of the set of 5. Well, let's... Let's read this. Let's read this. It's kind of interesting. Okay, it's going to take a little longer. Okay, here we go. This is the bolded material is extra material that I went and got you. You can add it to your text or you can not add it to your text. But let's read it. Okay. Yunten. Yunten. Good. Yeah, so there's a big rule in the monastery that you gotta have a ne lama, which means a babysitter. Okay, it's a tradition that you have a senior monk buddy for the first 10 years at least. Okay, and they kind of just keep their eye on you. Geshe Lothar was my ne lama in that sense. Okay, so the guy asked a question. Okay, parenthetical question. If you gotta basten, yeah, if you need to identify and stick to a ne lama, a mentor, a monastic mentor, then what kind of yunten should you look for in the mentor? Okay, jitabushi good. What kind of qualities should you look for? Okay, here we go. Please read, Miss Alison. Nyembar. Gyun. Parmache. Lumba. Yeah, Nyemba Zogne. After they got their full monk's vows, okay, they kept those Nyemdzog vows namdak purely. The flow of their vows, Domgyun, is uninterrupted for 10 years at least. That's what you need. And to express this fact, the sutra says, okay, got it? To express this fact, the sutra says, which is probably the sutra, which is not a sutra. Okay, good. Don't worry. Go ahead. Yeah, Nyemba, this is difficult, okay? Nyemba Zogne, having taken their full ordination, Lochu Malumbar. If 10 years haven't gone by, do not take them as your kimbal, as your vow giver. Do not take them as your ne lama. And the mine means don't take them in that way. Dang mine means with them, okay? Don't take them as a vow giver. Don't take them as a mentor, okay? Don't do it. She Jungo says the sutra, okay? By the way, this is sexy because we have choke in the other sense. Okay, in the same book. So go ahead. Ki. Kyang. So. Chepala. How much time we have?
1 minute.
Okay, I'll do it in 1 minute. Date some ki chok, $20.
You're not allowed to have less than that.
Yeah. Uga? I used to live with comics, Mongol. They say Uga. I don't know if... Yeah, Ugwe.
No.
Yeah, good. Ugwe. Date some get chokam.
You're not allowed to cross that line?
Come on, read the words.
Choke? Permitted.
Yeah. Date some.
Only that.
Yeah, is that enough?
Yeah.
Is that all? Date some get choke.
You might have.
Would that be enough? Would that be enough? we say, 미촉.
Not enough.
Yeah, it won't be enough. Okay. Is it enough that he kept his vows pure for 10 years? The guy says, is that in itself, in itself, is that enough? And we say, nope. Okay, 미촉. So here's the other meaning of chok. 대연 laktu, in conjunction with that, or as a sub-branch of that. So the 10 years is the main quality. Then there's all these other little qualities under the main quality. He's got to have 21 sets of 5. 105 qualities, okay? But then it says 강릉.
Any one or all? Yeah.
Just one of them or all of them?
Yeah, it means some number, okay? And you don't have to have all 105, okay? You'll see they kind of overlap. They kind of contradict each other in some cases, okay? So you need to have the 21 sets of group of 5 more or less. Yeah, but it's not like you don't need exactly 105. Could be 73 or, it doesn't matter, okay? But the first 5 are the big 5, okay? Kanun and Dembashi can good. Also need these sets of 5. And to express that, there's that same format. To express that, the Vinaya Sutra says, and we're going to stop there. Okay, and then, by the way, this verse starts the sets of 5. And we're going to do the first 5. And then we're going to say ... Okay, but I did teach them somewhere. I don't remember where. I went through all of them. Stopped here. Because it's... yeah, I did. And it was hard. What's today? 5?
16.
16?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sashi.
Purki Joshime Dotam Viram Lingshin Inde Kempadi Sangye Shindu Mite Uwargi Jorkun Namdak Shingla Chuparsho Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kanya Dayami Di Kewo Kun Sunang Yeshe Tsotsok Shing Sunang Yeshe Le Jungwe Damba Kunyi Toba Sho.
Cool. Thank you. Yay. What's up next? I have to go downstairs.